Part 2, Chapter 3, Wonderful Effects of this Devotion. My dear brother, be sure that if you are faithful to the interior and exterior practices of this devotion, which I will point out, the following effects will take place in your soul. First effect, knowledge and contempt of self. By the light which the Holy Ghost will give you through his dear spouse, Mary, you will understand your own evil, your corruption, and your incapacity for anything good. In consequence of this knowledge, you will despise yourself. You will think of yourself only with horror. You will regard yourself as a snail that spoils everything with its slime, or a toad that poisons everything with its venom, or as a spiteful serpent seeking only to deceive. In other words, the humble Mary will communicate to you a portion of her profound humility, which will make you despise yourself, despise nobody else, but love to be despised yourself. Second effect, participation in Mary's faith. Our Blessed Lady will give you also a portion of her faith, which was the greatest of all faiths that ever were on earth, greater than the faith of all the patriarchs, prophets, apostles, and saints put together. Now that she is reigning in heaven, she no longer exercises this faith, because she sees all things clearly in God by the light of glory. Nevertheless, with the consent of the Most High, in entering into glory, she did not lose her faith. She kept it for her faithful servants in the church militant. The more, then, that you gain the favor of that august princess and faithful virgin, the more will you act by pure faith, a pure faith which will make you care hardly at all about sensible consolations and extraordinary favors, a lively faith animated by charity, which will enable you to perform all your actions from the motive of pure love, a faith firm and immovable as a rock, through which you will rest quiet and constant in the midst of storms and hurricanes, a faith active and piercing, which, like a mysterious passkey, will give you entrance into all the mysteries of Jesus, into the last ends of man, and into the heart of God himself. A courageous faith, which will enable you to undertake and carry out without hesitation great things for God and for the salvation of souls. Lastly, a faith which will be your blazing torch, your divine life, your hidden treasure of divine wisdom, and your omnipotent arm, which you will use to enlighten those who are in the darkness of the shadow of death, to inflame those who are lukewarm and who have need of the heated gold of charity, to give life to those who are dead in sin, to touch and overthrow by your meek and powerful words the hearts of marble and the cedars of Lebanon, and finally to resist the devil and all the enemies of salvation. Third effect, deliverance from scruples, cares, and fears. This mother of fair love will take away from your heart all scruple and all disorder of servile fear. She will open and enlarge it to run the way of her Son's commandments with the holy liberty of the children of God. She will introduce into it pure love, of which she has the treasure, so that you shall no longer be guided by fear, as hitherto in your dealings with the God of charity, but by love alone. You will look on him as your good Father, whom you will be incessantly trying to please, and with whom you will converse confidently as a child with its tender father. If, unfortunately, you offend him, you will at once humble yourself before him. You will ask his pardon with great lowliness, but at the same time you will stretch out your hand to him with simplicity, and you will raise yourself up lovingly, without trouble or disquietude, and go on your way to him without discouragement. Fourth effect, great confidence in God and Mary. Our Blessed Lady will fill you with great confidence in God and in herself. 1, because you will not be approaching Jesus by yourself, but always by that good mother. 2, because as you have given her all your merits, graces, and satisfactions to dispose of at her will, she will communicate to you her virtues and will clothe you in her merits, so that you will be able to say to God with confidence, Behold, Mary, thy handmaid, be it done unto me according to thy word. 3, because you have given yourself entirely to her, body and soul, she, who is liberal with the liberal and more liberal even than the liberal, will in return give herself to you in a marvelous but real manner, so that you may say to her with assurance, I am thine, Holy Virgin, save me. Or, as I have said before, with the beloved disciple, I have taken thee, Holy Mother, for my own. You may also say with Saint Bonaventure, My loving and redeeming mistress, I will have confidence and I will not fear, because you are my strength and my praise in the Lord. I am altogether yours, and all that I have belongs to you. And in another place, O glorious Virgin, blessed above all created things, I will put you as a seal upon my heart, because your love is as strong as death. Lord, my heart and my eyes have no right to extol themselves, or to be proud, or to seek great and wonderful things. Yet, even at that, I am not humble, but I have lifted up and encouraged my soul by confidence. I am like a child weaned from the pleasures of earth, and resting on its mother's lap, and it is on that lap that all good things come to me. What will still further increase your confidence in her is that you will have less confidence in yourself. You have given her in trust all you have of good about you, that she may have it and keep it, and so all the trust you once had in yourself has become an increase of confidence in her, who is your treasure. Oh, what confidence and what consolation is this for a soul who can say that the treasure of God, where he was pleased to put all he had most precious, is his own treasure also. It was a saint who said, She is the treasure of the Lord.